Peace, y'all. It's your girl, Vena J. Welcome to the Confession Quarter podcast. For this episode's guest, we have none other than the phenomenal, the dynamic, Lisane Basquiat. In this episode, Lisane and I discuss the importance of self-care, the responsibility towards joy, the grounding in vulnerability, and also mindfulness. We have a deep conversation about all those things, as well as our fun Krafting Time segment, and getting into a little bit of a deep conversation with our deep confessions. So, if you're ready to enjoy this episode, come along with me as we talk to Lisane Basquiat. Peace, everybody. Welcome to the Confession Corner podcast. I am your host, Vena J, and today we have a very special guest, Lisane Basquiat.
Look at you.
Look,
okay,
I give up because I was like, we're going to be here with it. Absolutely. So, first and foremost, I said it before, I'll say it again. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, taking the time out of your visit here in Baltimore just to come and sit and have a conversation with us.
You're so welcome.
And I'm just so excited to get into it. I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay.
So that you're able to tell the people who you are, what you do, and everything that's great about you.
Oh, wow. All that, huh? How much time?
All that.
My name is Lisane Basquiat. I am the founder of Shaping Freedom. Shaping Freedom is a platform that is comprised of a body of work that I do around helping people to heal their legacy.
Okay.
From an emotional and mental wellness perspective. And so the work that we do is really to help people to get to the point, before you get to the point where you need to be seeing a therapist or some kind of other crisis management in the relationships in your family. It's the platform is really focused on helping people to become more aware of the ways that they're showing up in the world and within their family culture and family systems, so that they can contribute more positively to those spaces. I also own a co-working space and business accelerator in San Diego, California called Hera Hub Carlsbad, and that is focused on primarily on female founders and helping them to grow and scale their business. And then my sister Janine and I manage our brother's estate, the Jean-Michel Basquiat estate. Yeah.
So good. It's so great.
Yeah.
And I did a whole bunch of research because when L'Oreal came to me, she was like, yeah, make sure you just, go over what you need to go over. I was like, okay, I'm going to go over it.
She gave me homework.
And I was like, wait a minute. And I always do research. I always make sure, because I want to know, who we're talking to, where we can take it. And I must say, I am just so impressed. I'm fully impressed.
Thank you.
I really do adore the work that you do, and just being a mental health professional as well, and being so acclimated within that business and just behavioral health overall. Thank you for the work that you do.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Really, because it's not an easy task. It's something that we have to be really intentional about with our time, with our energy, and even with ourselves, with helping people too in that way. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. I forgot to mention also that I have a podcast.
Yes, she has a podcast.
We had a whole conversation.
I was just about to be like, and she's also a podcaster.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about this before we started rolling. So I also host the Shaping Freedom with Lisane Basquiat podcast, and very proud that we are at, I don't know, like by the time this airs, we will be well over 150 episodes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, conversations with people about, how they're showing up in the world.
Yeah, and then you said it's been 5 years. Correct?
Yeah, about 5 years.
How does that feel? And how does that feel in your body? Just being on air, being in the space, being in conversation with people for 5 years.
Oh, I adore the experience of the podcast interviews that happen. Yeah. I really enjoy. You get it.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
The opportunity.
The
opportunity to connect. I'm super curious.
Yeah.
And I like for people to see. We think so much about where people are.
Yeah.
Right. And what I love about podcasting is that you have the opportunity to share with people that delta in between, like where they were, where they are now, and that journey that they're on. Because very often, especially in the social media spaces, we just look at where a person is or where we think a person is.
Yeah.
right? But there's a journey that folks have followed to get there. And so I love and feel very humbled by and grateful that I have the opportunity to bear witness to that.
I love that.
To
And
those
it's
stories.
Also yeah, I would say, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
I was say meeting people where they're at too. Like meeting people where they're at, and it's like, okay, at that one point, and then you can see them excel and go on in the future. I'm like, oh, I love it. I usually say that podcasting, or at least just, having conversations with people, is archival work as well.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the best things that I feel like serves towards my community, especially in the Black arts community, creative community, because a lot of artists usually are like, where am I going to be in the next 5 years, or where am I at currently? And it's like having that conversation, giving them that space to like be expressive, be expansive in conversation, and like years later, like, yeah, I remember going on there and talking about X, Y, and Z. I would have never thought I was here. Like I've had people come back to me like maybe months later, or like a year or so later when I first started. And they're like, yeah, I remember that conversation. Things were so different then. Some were good, some changed in a different way that they didn't expect, but it's just such good work. And I think that's just the most fun part about it. It's work. It's a time capsule for people, and for us capturing the Renaissance that's happening.
I agree. For sure. Do you know Ainsley Burroughs was my very first podcast guest? He was.
Shout out to Ainsley.
Yeah, shout out to Ainsley Burroughs Mighty. Yeah, he was my very first podcast guest, and then we went back and spoke again. I think last year or the year before. My allergies are acting up, y'all. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Look. Not yet. It's just my allergies. So we came back and had a repeat conversation. And so it was really nice to speak about kind of what happened in those years between, from before COVID, I think it was, to what had happened in his life.
And how is y'all relationship? I know we're going to get into you, but how are you and like Ainsley and Ainsley Burroughs and L'Oreal? Like, how are y'all like in community? How did y'all meet? How is it? Because I'm like, wow, the way people like connect is crazy. Because when they was like, yeah, I think you would have a great conversation with her. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, how does that come about? Like, your relationship?
Okay. So so my sister Janine's husband, Hervé, my brother-in-law, Lori is his cousin.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I met. So obviously, I've known Lori for my sister and brother-in-law have been married for 30 years at this point, and so I've known Lori forever. And then when she and Ainsley got together, which at this point, I don't know, 25, whatever, a long time ago, I was there the day that she kind of introduced him to the family in Brooklyn, and then we met each other, and we're all like, oh. Hey,
no,
right,
for real. And how do you feel like the relationship has grown over the years? Like
our relationship, I think it's just evolved as we've evolved as people. I mean, at the time, they were working, or it was I think before they started working on the Sweet Spot, and their lives have evolved since then, and mine certainly has. At the time, I lived in the Northeast and was not working on Shaping Freedom. I was working in corporate at the time, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so I worked in corporate for quite some time. I did organizational change management and project management, and I was on leadership teams and that kind of thing. And then I transitioned out of corporate to go work for myself. And I've been doing that ever since.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That. That's so good, because I don't have no real big story on that, but like moving into it makes sense. It's very good. So Lisane.
Yes.
We're going to get into the I Must Confess segment.
Okay.
So I Must Confess, it's just a space for you to express, like, where you're currently at right now, just being vulnerable, unapologetic, wherever you feel comes to you. Example is, like, I must confess, I am currently a little exhausted, but I'm glad to be doing the work that I'm doing.
Okay.
And getting rest afterwards.
Okay.
That's what you do. We can just flow on into our conversation after that.
Okay.
So,
all right. So I do it?
Yep.
Okay. All right, y'all. I must confess that I find the world to be a little bit exhausting right now. I must confess that, and I know we're recording this early in the year, that this year is coming in hot and fast. And I must confess that folks who step into the year talking about we're going to hit the ground running annoy me. because I
Really?
like the month of January to have an opportunity to calibrate, to think,
Yeah.
to strategize, and
Yeah.
to take a step back to process and decide how I'm going to move forward. So I
Okay.
must confess that the
Yeah.
whole "I'm going to circle back to you," circle over there.
No, for real. And I think I was telling my friends earlier today, like, I feel like time is the January is moving by so quick. I'm like, wait a minute, can we have some time to sit down, sip
Yeah,
some tea, sit in the
yeah,
house, something? Everybody's
yeah,
like, yeah, new year, new year. And I understand the urgency. You know, people are like, New Year resolution, and I want to get to these goals, or they felt as if like last year wasn't their year, whatever the case may be. Like, please slow down.
yeah,
Please slow down
yeah,
and just be still. I think stillness is the most important form of like preparation.
yeah. And I
Because,
also, I'm
yeah,
sorry, I
go
think the
ahead.
awareness is also it. I think the thing about it for me that is problematic is that we are conditioned to keep it going, keep
Yeah.
it moving all the time. And we're really not, unless we're taught this intentionally, we, so many of us don't understand the value and importance in taking a beat
Yeah.
so that you can become more aware of what's actually happening. And I think our decisions are better decisions for us
Absolutely.
when we've given ourselves a moment. So, you know, there's kind of a, you know, just a little annoying part of it where it's like, go over there with all that.
Please.
But it
Because,
really truly
no.
is with the intention of helping people to understand, like, you don't just go from, in particular, particularly when you've had like a really stressful year, to kind of think that, okay, now the clock is hit.
Yeah.
We're in a new year. Like, let's
You gotta
just
go.
do
You gotta
90
go.
again. Like, take a minute, take a beat, become more aware of what's happening in your life so that you can really make decisions about how to move forward. So that's
Yeah.
my confession.
No, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Confession. I have made it a duty because I'm approaching 30 in like 2 years.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So everybody's like, you're such a baby. This is what you need to do. It's no pressure, no pressure. But one of the things I really had to internalize or really move with intention with is making sure if I'm saying I'm going to stay in the house or I'm going to do X, Y, Z, I need to get that rest, I need to stick to that. Because usually I am that friend or that person that's, hey, I'll be there at this event. I'll do that. I'm here. I'll X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, honestly, y'all, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make some time for myself. And just going to your point of we make better decisions when we have that rest, we have that time.
Yeah.
You can't make decisions if you're not coherent with
That's
yourself
right.
and present. Listening to your body, listening to what you need in that moment is very imperative. And you can't do that if you're going 90 miles per hour.
Absolutely.
And thinking that you have to hit the ground running. There has to
Right.
be a sense of mindfulness. And that's one of the things that has, when you said it resonated with me, because I'm like, oh yeah, let's just take it slow. Let's take it slow. Let's not go too far. What's his name? John Legend said, let's just take it slow. We're just ordinary people. Let's take it slow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm gonna get into my first question.
Let's do it.
You know, of course, as someone who guards your brother's, artist legacy and what I've done my research on, I want to ask, while building your own, how do you balance honoring the past with creating new stories to emerge, or just a whole new platform, a whole new area?
What was the thing you said? I balance it by exactly what you said, honoring the good fruit of the past, right? So I believe in paying attention to what happened in the past only as it is helping me to move forward. And so the way I do that is to really pay attention to how things get to where they are. Right? We were talking about it as it related even to the podcast, right? And so looking at like, how did we do? How am I showing up in my relationships? How am I showing up in the work that I'm doing? How much intention am I able to relay? And then learning from and course correcting where things aren't working. I think you honor the past when you are willing to look at things with authenticity, with authenticity and with vulnerability, and also with a willingness to accept responsibility where we're supposed to accept responsibility. I think that the whole legacy conversation is really about not just like taking, dishes from different generations and moving those forward, but I think it's also, I think we have a responsibility to recognize the fact that we stand in the doorway to the future of everything that has happened before us and all the people and experiences that have poured in for us. And so it really is just paying attention and then looking forward and bringing things forward.
And I know that was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
I know with the point that you made with authenticity and vulnerability, do you feel like getting to that point of like being at peace with like, okay, I'm moving in my purpose, or I'm moving with realness? Did you feel like that process was difficult? I don't want to, assume that it was difficult for you, but like, did you ever feel like it was difficult in your journey of like being more forward with moving with authenticity and vulnerability?
Yeah, so I'm the daughter of a Haitian father and a Puerto Rican mother. And the expectation for me was that I would get a white collar job, I would work within corporate, I would work my way, through that that landscape. And so I did that at first. I worked within corporate for a long time. I, worked to climb that ladder. I was, an executive within corporate. And what I recognized is that while I was very good at it, because I can be good at a lot of things, it wasn't painful to do it, but it also wasn't life affirming or energy giving for me to do it. And so I remember sitting in this moment. I was already a coach for a few years, and I already knew that the work that I wanted to do was outside of the corporate walls. But I had this moment where I realized that, you know what, I want to do something else. I want to do the work that really feels good in my soul, not just what I'm willing to settle to do, right? And that was a challenging decision in some ways, mostly for the people around me, because I made a really good salary. I had a corporate card. I was doing well. I had a home and all that good stuff. At the time I was married, but it just was not what my soul wanted to do. That was not the story that I wanted for myself. And so it was in that moment that I decided to really take a step back and consider what it was that I wanted. And that's how I went into full-time entrepreneurship and to doing this work in the way that I'm doing it.
It takes a lot of courage.
Yes, ma'am.
It takes a lot of courage.
Hey, I see you're enjoying the episode so far. So why don't you go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Maybe not comment right now. You can comment after the episode. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I'll wait. Mix up my latte. You subscribed? Oh, okay, cool. Let's get back to the episode.
You wanted something that fed your soul.
That's
and
right.
I believe that the work that we do, it really allows people to connect to their inner selves, and just being a facilitator of some sorts of that.
That's right.
Really gives us, I want to say, at least for me and what I've heard from you, gives us like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. A connector.
Yeah.
Just making sure that, hey, we're going to have this conversation. Hope that you get some from it. If not, this is just a space for you to be expressive.
Yes.
And just allowing that and creating that. It's such beautiful work. And I'm so proud that you did it.
Yeah, me too. And I will say this, for those of you who are watching or listening, very often we make these decisions and people around us are giving us their advice based on their experience, based on what they believe is right. That does not mean, no matter who the person is, it doesn't mean that that person's right. It just means that they have an opinion about your life choices. And so the thing there is that when I made that decision, there were so many people that said, well, why would you do that? Like, you have a stable salary, you have this, you have that. Why would you do it? Those very same people, once they saw that actually it was working for me and that I was able to not only do what I did in corporate, but more, those very same people came back wanting the playbook.
Yeah.
So
the irony of it all.
The irony of it all, really. So it really is a lesson in boundaries, and it's a lesson in really having your heart in the decisions that you make. and ensuring that you have that conversation with yourself first,
Yeah.
and that you train yourself and program yourself to listen to your own voice. Very often we give other people the loudest vote in what's happening inside of here. Yeah.
And that discernment too. I'm glad that you touched on trusting yourself, because a lot of the times when people go into entrepreneurship, a lot of people have doubting things to say, or
Of
just
course.
opinions and
Of course.
projections, and it's like, well, let me at least just try.
Exactly.
Let me at least just try. I need to try, because if I don't try,
it's going to be there.
It's going to be there
in the
I'm
background.
Like, well, what if?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, all right, if I never did this, what would have happened? Or
exactly.
would I rather be able to just say, I did this, it didn't go as I planned, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And also it could go like, I did this, I thought it wasn't going to go this way, but hey, here we are, and it's great. It's better than what I could imagine. So I think just even having that type of spirit, having that type of courage is so important, and going along with trusting yourself. It's
absolutely.
Like, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I adore it. I love it. So, being a podcast sister.
Yes.
Shaping Freedom.
Yes.
How did you come up with the name? What was the process? Because I know for me, with the Confession Corner, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if people want to like it, if they're going to see it and be like, Confession Corner. Because when you hear someone's confessing something, you're like, what? How deep are we getting, you know? But when it came to the name, when it came to the intention, when it came to just like the fullness of what the podcast is, how was that process of creating it?
Well, the name, I'll start with that. The name, it's really, I don't know, is the answer. So I was buying another business, and I had to come up with a name for that, and for the entity that was going to buy this other business. And I was just like, Shaping Freedom. Like, what do you do, Lisane? What is the work that you do? The work I do is to help people to shape their freedom.
Yeah.
That's it. And what freedom does is it gives you the opportunity to travel lighter, and to be more in alignment with who you are and who you were bought, to be. So I came up with that name, didn't even think about it. And then a couple of months later, my son, Joseph, he was like, I just heard about this numerology thing. I want you to look this numerology thing up.
Okay.
And he was very not woo-woo at the time. Not at all. So I was like,
everybody knows what woo-woo is.
Well, he was very not. And he was like, oh, I met this person, and they told me, and I was like, okay, cool. So I did the thing, the test or whatever, the quiz, to come up with what my life path number was.
I was just about to ask you, was it a life path number? Because I had, what was 2 years ago, I think, I had did, and I was like, what is that?
It was my life path number.
Yeah.
My life path number is 5.
Interesting.
And 5 is the freedom seeker, right?
Wow.
So I was like, okay, all right.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Shaping Freedom is really just because that is indeed what I do, the work that I do for people. Because when you sit at the dining room table, having done your work and showing up in that way as a model for the people in your family, the people that you love the most, there's freedom to that.
Absolutely.
There's freedom to being able to sit down and have those hard conversations with yourself, and also to have those conversations with other people. There's a freedom that we have when we decide that we're going to be courageous, like you said earlier, enough to really take a look at the patterns that are happening in our own life, where we're in multiple relationships, one right after the other, and different face, different name, same mess going on, right? When we're willing to take a look at those things, we become more free, right? We become more free, and we're able to go further, and we're able to actually move toward walking in our purpose.
Well, I love that. So good. It's so good. It's so good. So, being a storyteller.
Yes.
And just being someone that hears other people's stories, their life situations and things of that nature, I wanted to ask, what would you urge other storytellers to value within, the business of, creating that space?
The business of telling stories?
Yeah.
Value the main character. The main character is you. Value the character and understand that that actually is what we're doing while we're walking this planet. However many decades you get on this planet, it is going to be made up of a series of chapters and stories and decisions and choices that the main character, the storyteller, went through. And so when we value and acknowledge the fact that we truly are the main character in our own story, everything else changes. So value the main character. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just like, wow. Yes, no, this is great, and I think it's so profound when people have different perspectives on different stories.
Yeah.
And they're able to be able to have conversations and different things come out, because I know you've been through a plethora of interviews and conversations, and people have asked you different questions, and I'm just like, okay, when I was thinking about it earlier, I was like, I want to be different. I don't want to be like, so how's New York and things and growing up, like I just didn't want to be, but I really took the time to, like, for as much time as I had, to go ahead and understand, like, your story and how you're reshaping, like, this space for people to come and be present, for people to come and come to you with situations, or just to be vulnerable and authentic, and that you're able to hold space from it.
I appreciate that.
I think it's really good. I know I keep like saying it's
No,
great,
no,
but
I
like,
appreciate
no,
that.
it's
I really
good.
do.
From one person, like I said, in the mental health field, mental wellness field, the mindfulness field, like, it's very good work, and I'm
Thank you.
very, very proud.
Thank you.
I have another question for you.
Okay, I have an answer.
So, I know that we have it's Hera Hub.
Hera Hub Carlsbad.
And I noticed when it's. So can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I had like very limited time, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna scope it out. So I was like, okay, this seems cool, but I would love for you to dive more deeper into that. This will lead me into the next.
Sure. So my friend Felina Hansen, she was one of the first friends that I met when I moved to San Diego 14 years ago, and Felina founded Hera Hub. And then we went on a trip together with some Hera Hub members back in I think it was 2015 or 2016. And that was where we were in Greece for, I don't know, like 14 days.
Okay.
And so, having wine and having a great time and being on boats and all that, we had a really good time. And we also really had a chance to get to know each other more as human beings.
Gotcha.
And so when I got back, I had, in the fall of 2016, I was writing out what I wanted for my life, like what I really wanted. And I do that from time to time, like whenever you are feeling kind of overwhelmed or a little scattered, my recommendation is sit down. That is a sign from yourself telling you, let's gather ourselves and figure out what's going on. And so I sat down to do that. And it was questions like, what do you want, Lisane? What do you want? And so one of the top things that I wanted was for me to build community in San Diego, similar to the community that I have in New York and other places, because I was really treating it like a vacation place. Because I travel so much.
Okay.
Well, 4 days later, I got an email from Felina asking me if I wanted to buy Hera Hub Carlsbad, that location.
Wow,
And so I was like, oh, okay. When you ask for something and you see that thing appear, I think it's very important to say yes.
Yeah.
Because that is God answering
that was such
what you asked for.
Yes. Situation.
So I didn't know how. I just like, okay, yeah. And so I did it. And it is a member community of over 100 female entrepreneurs primarily. It's a very inclusive environment, but primarily women. And it's kind of like coming into a woman's space where it's very spa-inspired. And it is a community of women all growing, building, scaling their business together. We have programs, we offer support, we provide space, meeting rooms, and all of that to really help and support women in growing and scaling their business.
I love that. Is anyone able to just join, or is it like you have the I'll be hitting you up?
Yeah. So we have online members, and then also in person with the pandemic. So I bought that business in 2017.
Okay.
And so during the pandemic, we decided that what we were going to do was meet people where they are.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. We met our members where they were, and we continued to provide support. We moved everything online.
Wow. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
stayed
yeah, yeah.
online during the pandemic.
That pivot, that's a real.
I mean, you do
that's
what
a
you
real
have
big
to do.
pivot.
And so
Absolutely.
all of a sudden, this business that was an in real life business became Zoom and supporting the community in that way. But I'm very happy and proud that we were able to do that.
Yeah.
With this, I have a community director, Tamina, who manages that space. She's also the COO of my company. And so we just got together and did what we needed to do and got through the pandemic, and we're doing well. So we do have online virtual members,
Okay.
but mostly folks who are in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Great work.
Yeah.
I want to just dive more into the aspect of sisterhood. And this
Yeah.
is leading me into my question.
Mm-hmm.
From your understanding of sisterhood, gained through family, friendships, what are some non-negotiables that you have with, like, creating a certain type of community, like Hera Hub Carlsbad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hera Hub Carlsbad.
Mm-hmm. What type of non-negotiables did you have
For that community in
Well,
particular,
just
or
more
just
so-
about sisterhood?
about sisterhood?
Okay.
And how that integrated into, like, nurturing that.
Yeah.
Nurturing.
Who I am is who I am, and how I am in one place is how I am everywhere. So
I know
that's
that's
going
right.
to flow
I know
into
that's
Hera Hub
right.
Carlsbad. It flows into Shaping Freedom. It flows
Yeah.
into the events and activations that we do with Shaping Freedom.
Yeah.
My non-negotiables are these. We're going to tell the truth,
Yeah.
right? And there is a saying that people say, don't have me sitting here with spinach in my teeth.
Okay.
Right? Like, don't sit here.
Yeah, look out.
Don't sit here and see that I have, spinach in my teeth and let me sit here for a whole hour and not say, girl, you got something in your teeth. Right? Right? So I think sisterhood is this. It's not picking other people apart, but it's helping people sometimes, people that trust you.
Yeah.
Right? Creating a safe enough space where you can have a sisterhood relationship with people.
Yeah.
Where you can tell a person the truth, not in a way that you're tearing that person down, because nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Right? But in a way that suggests that, hey, you know what? We've had the same conversation about 7 different people who were all messed up, but it's really the same person over and over again. Sis, can we have a conversation about how to move forward?
Yeah.
And get out of this?
To be progressive.
To be progressive about the relationship, because very often we have people who are more than willing to sit down and vent with us all day, every day. And sometimes that's what we need. Absolutely. But at some point, let's move the conversation from your stuckness to how do we now move forward and do something different so that you can really have the thing that you truly want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think some people get wrapped up in the cycle of, like, oh yeah, knows this, knows that, knows that. And venting is a great
you
type
need
of
it.
skill. You
Yeah,
need
it's a
it.
release.
You need to take that expression, like, oh, I'm glad I got that off my
Yeah.
chest. But after we get it off our chest, what are we doing? How are we sorting out the things?
That's right.
How are we sorting out the things? What we put in the to-go pile? What we put in the things in the suitcase to stay?
Yeah.
How are we going to be able to move and evolve forward? And I think it's very important to hold that, especially in sisterhood with my friends and family, and even people that I've considered sisters. I really, really think it's important to make sure that we're having those hard conversations, or the uncomfortable conversations, I like to say, because, like, all right, we sat here, we dissected this, we're good, we're great, all right, how do we take this and move forward?
Yeah.
And that's a great non-negotiable.
Because we're so good at picking it apart. We're so good at, like, he did this, he did that. Let me tell you, he did that. He's terrible. Let's diagnose him. No. He did whatever. Let's diagnose
what's going on
our
with me.
part in this situation. And I think the other thing, real quick, is it's really important also sisterhood is also about forgiveness.
Good, yeah.
About forgiveness and being able to have those sometimes uncomfortable, honest, authentic conversations with our sisters where we can actually work something through and then move on from there. And I think that that is so different than, I'm not speaking to her. I'm not speaking to her because 12 years ago,
Wow.
we were walking down the street
no.
and this happened or that happened, you know?
Yeah.
Let's forgive each other, move on, learn how to be in healthy communication with each other, learn how to set healthy boundaries with each other, with love and compassion and kindness.
When would you say, if you don't mind sharing, the last time you had to have a uncomfortable conversation with like someone you consider a sister, or, you know, your actual biological
Oh
sister?
my, yeah. I had to have a.
Vena.
It's okay. I had to have a tough conversation with a sister friend last summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Vena J, and as you can see, the Confession Corner podcast season 3 is recording in a new space. Outer space, that is. It's so much more than just a greenhouse. It's a living studio for creativity, imagination, and rest to be present and blooming. Founded by none other than Oyenda Shola, the founder of the Solar System, and Aya Gallery Alta Studio. This space is for people of community to come, grow, rest, play, and learn. And it's not only just that, it's a herbal garden and a retail apothecary. So if you're considering being a part of the constellation and it sounds very good to you, please contact inorbit@thesolarSystem.space. Again, that's inorbit@thesolarSystem.space. Can't wait to see you. Lisane,
Yes, ma'am.
welcome to Krafting Time.
Thank you. I'm feeling welcomed.
Great. Okay. This is a part of the show or episode where we do a little bit of arts and crafts or an activity pertaining towards, you know, your medium of practice, or maybe not, just for fun.
Let's do it.
All right, so this one is Moody AF. All right, this is the game. Well, the game is called Moody AF.
Okay.
So I must put out different scenarios or different topics or things, and you'll have a chance to put a sticker. This is a book called In a Mood.
Okay.
Sticker book.
Okay.
Right, one of my good sisters, Sola, who you saw
Sola,
before. She had gifted it to me, and it was a great prompt for me. Like when I was journaling, I'll put a sticker at the top and like, this is how I'm feeling.
Okay.
This is how my day is going, the mood I'm in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and dish out some of these cards.
Is this the part where I'm gonna have to read?
Read, and then you
Billy,
pick a
would you
sticker.
pass me my glasses,
Oh, your glasses.
please?
Read, yeah. Because the
Told you I
letters are
couldn't
kind of
see.
small on there for the
I told you I
stickers.
couldn't see. Yeah, just like slide in there. It's so dirty. It's like I'm like a 17-year-old.
Oh my
How
goodness.
messy that thing is. It's ridiculous. No, not that. Those are my Meta glasses. That's a whole other thing. That one, yeah. You could just pull them, slide them out. Leave that because I don't want anyone to see the case. The case is a wreck.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Billy. And you get to say Billy in a coat.
Billy! Thank you, Billy.
Thank you so much, Billy.
So,
Okay, so now I'm gonna look at the.
So I'm gonna put out a card. It's gonna
Okay.
be like a certain type of subject, topic, or whatever.
All right, and then I just take
you
a
can flip
sticker.
Through. You can flip
I just
through.
take it off and pop
Yep,
it on there.
and pop it on there, and we
All right,
can
let's do
explain
it.
why. So the first one is your feelings regarding, or your mood regarding over-explaining. You can flip through it. Oh, which one is that?
Is this so I just pop it off?
Yep, you can pop it off. That one's
I'm over it.
Over it. Why are you over it?
Because I think that saying what you have to say is enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't gotta explain no more.
Right.
No is a complete.
No is a
sentence.
complete sentence.
No is a complete.
And I
sentence.
think the other thing, just because you opened it up for me, is sometimes we get into these situations, this is especially like in relationship kind of things, where we're like, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. That person knows exactly what they did.
Absolutely.
So you don't need to over-explain your decisions. I think that we get to a better place when we're just like, well, this is what's going on, this is how it feels. So over-explaining, I'm over it. It's a waste of time and energy.
Let me go ahead and switch these around. I
Let's
love
do
that.
it.
Let me switch it around.
Okay, switch it around.
I think I like this one.
Okay.
My relationship with silence.
Oh. Oh, crap.
Oh,
Broke the thing up. All right, hold on. Way too happy.
Look. Period. Way too
Period.
happy. Why are we way
Yes.
too happy with your relationship with silence?
Because sometimes words are not, sometimes sitting in silence is the best thing.
Absolutely.
Just sitting in silence. Because you get to hear so many things.
That's good. I have I have a thing where I call it the STFU hour after work. Because I'm talking to people every day. I'm in conversation with people every day.
Exactly.
And I be telling people, hey, listen, I need to be quiet.
Exactly.
I need to shut
So
up.
do not call me.
Don't call me
At 6 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Don't call
Can we have a
me.
conversation?
Don't
Please.
text me.
I probably will not want to.
No, for real.
Yes.
All right. That's a great one. I have this one. Next one.
Okay.
Sunday energy. When you think about the energy on a Sunday, what are your feelings?
My feelings about Sunday.
Some of the stickers are a little complex. Like, what do you mean by that?
No, it's
like,
okay. That's all right. I'm gonna say excited.
Yay! I love a good Sunday.
Yeah,
love a good
Sundays
Sunday
are great. I
brunch.
love Sunday. Sunday brunch is first of all, brunch is my favorite meal of the entire week.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. And Sunday brunch is just, I love it. Just these things don't want to come off.
They won't come off.
Here we go. Excited is mine
Excited.
because I get to go to Sunday brunch. I get to have Bloody Marys. I get to eat really good food and have long brunches with friends.
I love cleaning up on Sunday. I like cleaning up on Saturday nights and evenings, so Sunday I can enjoy my
Start the
clean
week off
house.
fresh.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. I
Yes.
love that. All right. I think I want to do one. I want changing my mind. What's your mood around changing? Well, your mind.
Changing my mind.
Yeah. Having the ability to change your mind. Because a lot of people don't practice changing their mind sometimes.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one that says, I'm fine with it. I don't know. Yes. You don't have one that says yes.
I have one that says perfect. Oh no, with perky. Oh, that's perky. I thought it
Perky.
was perky.
All right, I'll get to it. I'll
Okay.
get to it. Elated. I'm gonna do elated again.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Love
changing
that,
my mind.
love
I think
that.
it's your right to change your mind. It's your mind, and therefore you have the right to change it.
Okay, period.
That's my thought.
All right, we're gonna do one more. Let me shuffle them around.
Okay, give me a good one.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, ooh, what the
These
heck?
are all like, my life is perfect. I want one like a real good one. I get to show people that I get an attitude sometimes.
That is so funny. I think this is fun. I think this might be fun.
Let's do
I
it.
think it'd be okay. Say girls' night. How do you feel about girls' night?
Oh. That's another one that I love.
Oh,
Girls'
love
night?
that. Girls' night. A good girls' night. Let me tell y'all. A good girls' night could shift the trajectory of any day, any season, anything. I love a good girls' night. A good kiki. I love the kiki.
I'm gonna say thrilled to be alive.
Thrilled to be alive.
Yeah. No, I love a good girls' night. For sure. Sit around,
I love that.
kiki, laugh,
I
joke,
love that.
cry.
All the
same
things.
night. Be
It's
mad,
great.
all
Life
the
is
same
worth
night.
living. It feels like
is.
that after
It
that.
really is. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so thank you for participating.
You're welcome.
In Moody AF.
You're welcome.
This is great. Now we're going to get into one of the cards from the end game,
Let's do it.
from the Skin Deep. This is the healing edition.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and I think I cracked open this deck. Let me shuffle them around for you.
How does it work?
So what you'll do is you'll pick a card, and usually when you're playing the game, you'll play with somebody else, and you'll give your answer, and then somebody else will give their answer, and vice versa.
Okay.
And if you don't feel like answering, you have to look the person 5 seconds in the eyes and be like, pass.
Okay.
Because sometimes they get a little deep.
Okay.
But hopefully these aren't.
Okay.
I'll hand it to you this time. I'm gonna
Okay.
hand this one to you.
You're gonna hand it to
I'm
me.
gonna hand it to you.
Okay.
There we go.
I think you broke the rules, but that's okay.
Right, no. Look,
What
now
are
I'm
you
looking
going
at
to
it.
take away from this conversation? What I'm going to take away from our conversation, Vena, is that you opened up a very safe, warm, welcoming space for me. And so what I'm going to take away from this conversation is gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
I appreciate
Like we had a really nice conversation.
Yeah.
And I've learned some things about you, and I hope that you've learned some things about me.
For sure.
And also it feels really good to have spent some time with a podcast sister.
Yeah, podcast sister.
You know?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
What I would take away from this conversation is being more intentional with telling myself the truth.
Oh.
I feel like I'm pretty authentic with myself and very open with myself and how I'm discussing, do we want to do this? Can we do this? Having those real deep talks with myself have been beneficial so far. And like I told you earlier, approaching 30, I'm like, okay, I gotta keep doing this, because if I stop being truthful to myself and in the terms of saying it with love and grace and compassion, lying to myself, it's not going to get me far, and it's not going to have me in spaces where I desire to be. And I really do appreciate you just being a nice reminder to stay authentic, stay true to myself, and welcome all that in, because sometimes people I get a little scared. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I should do this. I'm like, wait, you actually don't want to do this, or you want to pivot this, or you want to change this. And having that real authentic talk with self, this was just a wonderful reminder, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for coming to the Confession Corner. I hope you had a great time.
I
had a
did.
swell time.
I have, and I still am having a really good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Unfortunately, do you have any upcoming events? Where can people reach you at, and your social media handles? Anything else we should look out for?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so social media handles, Lisane Basquiat, or Shaping Freedom, in all the places, on all the platforms. Also the Shaping Freedom podcast, and you can listen to that anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And what's coming up? So we run a program called Your Past is Your Present. And it is an opportunity for you to learn and become more aware of the ways that your early influences are shaping the way that you're showing up in the world.
Oh, that's
today.
good. Oh, that's
so
real
that you
good.
can understand and see where, like, if you are here and if you are people pleasing, for example. Which is
Yep,
the next
because you
part.
had that one. I was like, I didn't know she wanted to do that one.
If you are people pleasing, or if you find yourself getting very reactive to things, or if you find yourself shutting down and being performative, a lot of those things come from having grown up in environments where that was what you needed to do in order to fit in and thrive within those environments.
Right.
So this isn't about, it's a program and a session that's not about diagnosing anything or blame or anything. It's really just about becoming more aware of how these patterns are being formed and what you can do to create strategies to undo the results that you're getting in these patterns, with these patterns that just simply do not work for you. And so if you follow Shaping Freedom and follow me, go to the shapingfreedom.com website and the Lisane Basquiat website, and just follow along, and get yourself on the email list.
Yeah,
and then
I
you'll
was
get
thinking, oh my
information
goodness, this is
about
all
what we
great,
have,
good stuff.
what we have going on. We're also planning to do some more things right here in Baltimore.
Yes, oh my
so I'm
goodness,
very excited about that. So just to follow us on all the different places.
Yes.
And we have a lot of great stuff happening this year.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Oh, of course.
Yes, thank
of course.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been great.
Lisane Basquiat, y'all, on the Confession Corner, and we are out. Peace.